agree with that assessment?
I already told you I don't have anything to say today. Thanks. I'll be talking to you guys shortly after I get some rest. Thanks.
Is it true you're a high school dropout?
No, sir, it's not. I have a high school diploma from New Brunswick High School. That's an incorrect statement.
Confronting the man at the center of a death investigation at the Schlitterbahn Waterpark.
Tonight, our investigator tries to get answers from Schlitterbahn co-owner Jeff Henry. But when we pressed for answers, Henry dodged our questions.
Today, he pleaded not guilty to murder charges in Caleb Schwab's death on the Verrude waterslide. Right now, Henry is free on bond and likely headed back to Texas.
Now, 41 Action News investigator Andy Alcock was at today's hearing. And Andy, what happened?
Chris and Mike, one of the main issues debated this afternoon was whether or not Henry should get a GPS device to keep track of his whereabouts. The judge said no, but Henry did turn in his passport, so he cannot leave the country.
Jeff Henry walks out of the Wyandotte County Courthouse after pleading not guilty to multiple charges against him, including murder.
I don't have anything to say today. Thanks. I'll be talking to you guys shortly after I get some rest.
Prosecutors argue Henry was grossly negligent, reckless, and it was just a matter of time before someone was killed on the Verruced waterslide. 10-year-old Caleb Schwab died on it in 2016. Prosecutors argue Henry didn't have the proper training to design and construct Verruced.
Is it true you're a high school dropout?
No, sir, it's not. I have a high school diploma from New Brunswick High School.
He does not have any formal education in terms of engineering or physics, correct?
And neither did Henry Ford, and he built a car.
The indictment claims there were multiple injuries on Verruced before Caleb's death, including spinal disc injuries, concussions, whiplash, and broken bones.
If that, in fact, is true, which we don't believe is true, that was never reported to him.
Caleb Schwab's death is not the first time someone has died at a Schlitterbahn Waterpark. In 2013, a lifeguard at the South Padre Island Park, Nico Benavides, died after getting injured there.
That individual was also found to be under the influence, so there was no fault on Schlitterbahn.
But OSHA did find fault with the company and fined it $60,000. Henry's estranged wife also accuses him of years of mental and physical abuse and a pending divorce. And Henry is also facing a bankruptcy with his park in Corpus Christi.
You have a lot of legal problems, it would appear. Is that correct?
No comment.
Now, the next hearing in this case is in 3 weeks. The judge has decided for now to lump all the Schlitterbahn defendants, including slide co-designer John Schooley and park operator Tyler Miles, into the same trial. That trial is scheduled to begin in September. I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.
All right, thank you, Andy. The other man charged with murder in this case, Verruced designer John Schooley, is expected to be brought to Kansas in the next few days. Schooley was arrested in Dallas Monday night after being out of the country.
The third person involved in this case is Tyler Miles. Miles was the director of operations with Schlitterbahn when Caleb died while riding the Verruced. Miles faces involuntary manslaughter, aggravated battery, and child endangerment, along with interfering with law enforcement. He turned himself in on the day the indictment came out back on March 23rd. But his attorney argues Miles had nothing to do with Caleb's death because he did not design or build the slide. The indictment alleges the designers Jeff Henry and John Schooley, along with the operators, knew Verruced posed a substantial and unjustifiable risk of death or severe bodily harm. It also alleges injuries began almost immediately after the water slide opened. In the indictment, it alleges employees worked to fix a broken sensor with rubber bands.
Also detailed are safety flaws with Verruced. It includes how the overhead bars and safety netting were installed, with a quote in the indictment saying the designer's disregard for human life. Also mentioned the fatal flaw of the rafts going airborne, something investigators say Henry, Schooley, and Tyler Miles all knew about before Verruced opened to the public. Immediately after the indictment was released, Schlitterbahn denied any wrongdoing and insisted they run a safe operation. They say the 3 men indicted are innocent, and some of the accusations listed in the indictment are false. Our team has detailed accounts on what the indictment listed and the responses from Schlitterbahn on our website right now, kshb.com.